Okay, I'm gonna put a part two into this, assigning my thoughts and the way what's in my soul and my heart and what I should believe and not doubt what's inside of me instead of outsourcing it out to others. To some things I looked up on this topic after I watched something on this earlier, which really resonated with me, and I'm just sharing it. As I learn, I share. And so it says, certainly, and when we're looking up stuff, also is what I think, this is just me, whether it's science based, science fact, it's okay to question in my mind and what I believe and what I think and feel. Um, Question other things just because somebody hold a certain position, or just because someone is in the FDA or someone is in a certain political party doesn't mean that I don't question some of the ideologies that they present or have researched on. I can still question that because that is my right as an individual. That's the way I feel as an individual. So anyway, harping on part one of this video that I made, going into part two, here's some facts that I found, written facts that resonate with me and resonate with the idea of not outsourcing the work of your soul to others. Like, I don't need to give my soul to other people. I don't need to give my soul and the way I feel and the way I think to anyone else, to emphasize the importance of personal responsibility, self-awareness, and autonomy. And so here they have a detailed breakdown. And number one would be self-reliance. Recognize your capacity to be self-reliant. Embrace the idea that ultimately you have the ability to make decisions, take actions, and navigate your own path. So if you're doing something that, again, like I always believe and say, and from experience and from my personal experience and from being around other people, as long as we are not hurting ourselves, as long as we are not hurting another human being, as long as we're not trying to destroy ourselves and not make sound decisions for ourselves due to suicidal ideation, as long as we cannot make sound emotional and control our emotions to where we are committing homicide against other people, to take other people out, regardless of how you do it. Taking actions to navigate your own path. Know what's in your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. Number two would be authenticity. Your soul's work involves expressing your true self. Everybody didn't lay in the bed with you every night. Everybody don't know what goes on in the dark. Everybody don't know what's exactly in your mind, your heart, your desires, your soul. Your soul's work involves expressing your true self. Avoid relying on others to define your identity or dictate your values. Stay out of them boxes. Somebody put you in a box. You're not black enough. You're not fat enough. You're not thin enough. You just don't look like me, walk like me, talk like me, act like me, think like me, believe like me. So you are not as good as me. So your soul, the work in your soul involves expressing your true self. Avoid relying on others to define your identity or dictate your values. What you think of me is none of my business. You think, and those thoughts that you have of me is not who I am. Be authentic and true to who you are. Number 3, it says personal growth. Acknowledge that personal growth is an individual journey. While others can offer support and guidance, the core work of evolving and developing your soul belongs to you. For example, like I've mentioned before, and I often repeat, is that everyone's growth is an individual journey. One is not worse than the other. One is not better than the other. One is not, oh, you need to shut the fuck up and stop complaining type deal. You know? So others can offer you support and guidance, but to acknowledge that personal growth is an individual journey. It can take 2 days to get over it. It can take 2 months to get over it. It can take 2 years to get over it. It could take 2 decades to get over it. It could take a lifetime to get over it. But while you're going through this journey, you're doing the core work of yourself. You're evolving and developing your soul that belongs to you, that's inside of your body, that will be zipped up in a body bag when it's time to leave. This is your soul. This is my soul. Me, me. Number 4, decision making. It says take ownership of your decisions. Avoid placing the responsibility for your choices on external factors or other people. Consider the consequences and be accountable for your actions. So something like this is like, well, the partner I chose, the intimate partner I chose, was the wrong partner. You're blaming it on them. I blame it on them. That's not taking ownership of my decisions. The business ideas I had did not develop, but that's not because of somebody else or because of money or the job I didn't get because they wanted somebody else. They're playing favoritism. Avoid placing the responsibility for your choices on external factors or other people. Consider the consequences and be accountable for your actions. Get better at what, we do. Look at things differently. Approach things differently. Number 5 is mindfulness and reflection. Engage in self-reflection and mindfulness practices. Understand your desires, values, and motivations. This self-awareness is essential for making decisions aligned with your soul's purpose. Mindfulness and reflection. The only thing I have to say about that is getting quiet. Getting quiet, whether you do meditation, whether you get quiet with nothing, no noise, no nothing, just don't be scared of listening to yourself. Embrace those nasty, negative things that have happened in your life. Come up in yourself and embrace it. Figure out how to talk to yourself. Figure out how to answer those questions where it's not your fault. You didn't know. You wasn't given the handbook. And even if you were, you probably would have still acted differently to all those things that you went through in life. Number 6 is setting boundaries. Establish healthy boundaries to protect your emotional and mental well-being. Be discerning about influences and input from others, ensuring it aligns with your authentic self. So what I have to say about that is, I want to be around you, but you don't want to be around me. not for me to get offended and all mad and attitude-ish and start calling names at you because you don't want to be around me. Our personalities, something about us don't match. So that's something, learning to accept other people's boundaries, because we're going to set our own boundaries as well, right? Establish healthy boundaries to protect your emotional and well-being. For those that does not resonate with you and they don't respect what you do and how you live and, anything about you, then there comes, you must put your foot down and set your boundaries. And the same way you're going to respect another person's boundaries is the same way you expect them to accept your boundaries. By being your true, authentic self. And be, discerning about other people's influences and input from others. You have a good, sound mind of your own when you get quiet and listen to yourself, what's in your soul, instead of selling your soul, instead of outsourcing your soul to a contractor, instead of giving your soul to someone else. Ain't nobody's soul as good as yours. Your soul is just as great as anybody else's. Number 7, embrace challenges. Challenges and hardships are part of personal growth. Instead of seeking external solutions, instead of sourcing your soul out, embrace difficulties as opportunities for self-discovery and resilience. Although it is a hard pill to swallow at times when we are going through rough and tough times and times that we don't understand how to get through. But from my experience and what I'm thinking in my head, those things happen for a reason. It took me a long time to embrace my difficulties as an opportunity to learn self-discovery, discover myself, and become resilient. Number 8 is self-expression. Allow yourself the freedom to express your thoughts, feelings, and creativity. Don't suppress your voice or conform to external expectations that don't resonate with your soul. You don't have to be like anybody else. You can go to somebody else and say you adore or you really like the way they present, but for you to copy every single thing they do, for you to watch every movement they do, you watch their lips and what comes out of their lips and you imitate that. That is not being your true, authentic self, resonating with the soul that whatever you believe in, I happen to believe in God, we're resonating with the soul that the God within you. You understand? Your own creativity, your own thoughts, your own feelings, regardless if somebody's going to laugh at you, regardless if somebody's going to ridicule you, regardless if somebody's going to say, shut the fuck up, regardless if somebody's going to say things like, you're a female, you're not supposed to be talking. Regardless of all that, allow yourself. We were put on this earth. I don't know how to go into that. I'm not. I'm just going to say, okay, read this again. Number 8, self-expression. Allow yourself the freedom to express your thoughts, feelings, and creativity. Don't suppress your voice or conform to external expectations that don't resonate with your soul. Number 9, spiritual connections. If spirituality is a part of your journey, foster a direct connection with your spiritual beliefs. Avoid relying solely on intermediaries, or external rituals for your soul's fulfillment. Avoid relying solely on intermediaries or external rituals for your soul's fulfillment. Find out what is inside of you. Find out what feels good to you instead of relying on outside rituals or somebody else's beliefs. Make sure it resonates with your soul, your way of living, how you feel. Number 10 is lifelong learning. I love this. Number 10. I love to learn. Embrace a mindset of continuous learning and personal development. Seek knowledge and wisdom independently, recognizing that the journey of understanding your soul is ongoing. Lifelong learning. Recognizing that the journey of your understanding, your soul, is ongoing. So in summary, it says, by internalizing these principles, you empower yourself to be the primary driver of your own growth, fulfillment, and spiritual well-being, rather than outsourcing these aspects of your life to external sources. So there we have it. I'm just learning about going to others and say, what do you think about this? How should I think about this? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? And even deeper than that, like, why am I going to this source for these resources? Why am I accepting this person for those resources? What is the who, what, when, why, where, how? Who am I really? Where did it all come from? How did it all develop? How did it all start? What? Do the who, what, when, why, where, how. Peace.